when I was approached by the American Cancer Society and asked if I could be the spokesperson, the honoree this year. I thought about it for about 10 seconds. The first thought was that when I graduated high school and I had a list of things that I wanted to accomplish, being awarded something as a cancer survivor was not in my bucket list. It wasn't something that I ever wanted to do. But given the circumstances, if I have an opportunity to speak and spread hope to just one person, that's a real important goal for me. I undertook to be the honoree and accepted that designation, recognizing it's not about me, it's about everybody else. It's about those who have situations that are far worse than mine ever were. It's also about those who had situations that may not have been bad as mine, but persevered. And worse still, it's about those who are not here to tell their stories. And as I said in my introduction in the pamphlet, we remember them. I underwent 28 rounds of radiation and chemotherapy. And, thank God for what medical science knows today, because that saves people. But the negative side is, oh my God, does it make you sick? And yet, inside me, I was overwhelmed by the thought that it isn't just me that goes through this. After the diagnosis was made, and it was made at Winsong Clinic by a wonderful radiologist whose name is Stuart Rubin, who's with Winsong. He recommended that I go to see an oncologist, someone specializing in cancer of the ear, head and neck area. The diagnosis was a malignancy, and he gave me the worst news, which was that in all likelihood, because of the length that the tumor had been there, that it had very possibly invaded my facial nerve. And once this cancer gets into the nerves, it can travel throughout the body. And therefore that meant that my surgery would entail the entire removal of my facial nerve, leaving me with right facial paralysis. Miraculously, these doctors were able to transfer a nerve in my leg and transplant it into my face. And now, closing in on 1.5 to 2 years post-surgery, I have had a rejuvenation of that nerve right down to about the top of my lip here. So this area here has basically rejuvenated. And it's supposed to continue to do that, which I am eternally grateful for. Around about June 2010, I went in and had my checkup, and I was given a clean bill of health that, Dennis, you're doing great, you're fine. I walked out of Winsong and said, this is terrific, I've made it. 6 months later in December, I went back for my second checkup, my every 6-month checkup. There was a new spot, a new area. And my world came crumbling down. And I said, oh my God, here I go again. In January of this year, 2011, I was back at Cleveland Clinic. They went in another extensive surgery, this time the removal of about 24 lymph nodes. But it was not anything like the first surgery. I never anticipated, given my wonderful health history, that I would need help lifting my head to be fed like my wife did for me. That my 18-year-old son would have to give me moral support when I had always been there giving him moral support. Right at a time when he was applying to colleges, at a time when he really needed his dad. In essence, his dad really, I'm sorry. In essence, his dad really needed him. My wife and my son got me through this. They did. I think the message is that you take each day at a time, and you be thankful for the days that you have, and enjoy them, and get the best of them, and make the best of them. I'm ready to face whatever challenges are ahead, and there will be challenges. You know what? Life is a journey. And there are good times, and there are bad times. The good times for me will be every time I walk out of a session where I've had diagnostics and said, "You're clean, see you in 6 months." The good times will be every moment I spend with my family and my loved ones and my friends. Tonight is a good time.